Hello, students, and not only students, everybody who is learning English. My name is Ina, and today I'm going to tell you, well, to break the myth, maybe. Everybody thinks when they report somebody's words, they need to follow particular rules, like tense changes, pronoun changes, and place and time changes. But I have to tell you, and maybe these are good news, that not all the time you have to do that. Quite often we have some cases when we don't need to do these changes. And I would like to tell you the rules in which cases we don't need the changes. Before that, I wanted to show you a short picture, if you can see it. We have here, I'm sorry, but what did you just say? And I said, your dinner is in oven, I'm leaving you. So she said that your dinner is in oven, and actually we can see here present simple is used instead of ordinal rules that we need to use past simple. And this is just a short example. Of course, I will tell you lots of other examples. I will use my notes, not very often, but sometimes I will need to use them. So no changes in reported speech. This is our rule, our topic, no changes in reported speech. I hope you can see well. If you don't see well on the board, just listen to me. I'm sure you can hear the sentences. I will not use difficult examples, and you can just listen to them and understand what to use. So the main rule why we need to change all these tenses, in reported speech, I mean, because our first part, the part when we say she said, she told me, she asked me, she wanted to know, she wondered, they are used in past simple. And because these phrases are used in past simple, we need to follow sequences of tenses. So we need to change the rest of the sentence, making step back in tense in time. But sometimes we don't have this she said. We have sometimes she says, for example, my mom always says, or my dog always barks something. Well, my dog can talk. So this is the rule number one. If our reporting phrase, let's say reporting verb, I will write here, number one, let's say. Reporting verb. Reporting verb can be in present simple. I will not write the examples, but I will tell you the example. For example, my brother says that he is going to university. My brother says now, I mean, like he's telling this to everybody. He's going to university in September. Or it can be present perfect. If you have just said, scientists have said that the climate will change. Have sound, this is like we report this, and this is present perfect, and that's why we don't change will into would. They have said the climate will change. Or it can be also future simple. Future simple. I'm sorry. For example, she will tell me that I am wrong. So she will tell me in the future that I'm wrong, because she always tells me that I'm wrong. So I know I will not tell her my news, because she will tell me I'm wrong. All right. So when we have reporting verb such as say, tell, ask, these are of course the most typical ones. In present simple, present perfect, or future simple, no changes. Good news. The next one. Let's say information is true. The information is true, or is, oh, sorry, it's not true. The information, and it's not is. The information is still true. I can also write here still. It's an important word. The information is still true. What I mean, for example, today is Tuesday, and tonight I am. Oh, yeah, well, actually, tonight I'm going to a quite interesting seminar about parenting. So, when somebody reports my words, tonight it will be still true because it's not past yet. Even if we say she said, we have to say she is going, present continuous, as we say, or construction to be going to. She's going to a workshop about anything, parenting, about I don't know, keeping your temper, let's say. So she said she's going to a workshop tonight. I will write you also tonight. Well, the main point is that this information is still true. Even if you report somebody that my teacher told me today, you have to say she is going to a workshop tonight, because future is not here yet, let's say. Future is still future. It's not past yet. I hope you understand me. So this is going to be soon, it's going to be tonight. And if you report the same sentence tomorrow, this all information will not be true anymore because it was in the past. I mean, it's not like a fact, but I mean that it's not relevant anymore. And in this case, you can say that she said me yesterday that she was going to the workshop that night. In this case, you follow our rules. But if this information is still true, it's still going to happen in the future or in present, then we don't use any changes. Okay, and the last one, well, it's not the last one actually. Number 3, this is kind of facts. I will write you short, but I will explain you what I mean by facts. I mean some facts which are well known. For example, the Earth rotates around the sun. I guess, yes, the Earth rotates around the sun. So this is a fact. Your scientist teacher can tell you about this. And even if you come home and tell your mom, Mom, you know that my scientist teacher told me that the Earth rotates, present simple, around the Earth, because it's a fact. It's a well-known fact, and it cannot be past, it cannot be future. It's just a fact. It exists. And in this case, we need to use, we don't need to change our reported speech. Very often this rule we can also use for example, names. My name is Ina. So she said that her name is Ina. We don't need to change it because it's still true and it's a fact. Well, I will write you the example with the ice that my scientist teacher told us, like at our lesson, that ice melts, present simple, at 0 degrees. Of course, I know that physics might argue with me. I remember that ice doesn't melt until the last cell of ice doesn't melt. But, well, it's too complicated for me. Anyway, this is the fact, and what the scientist teacher can tell anybody. Well, some students, some pupils, that the ice melts, present simple, even if we have here told using present simple because it's a fact. You can use present perfect, it can be different tenses, but we don't change it. I mean, we don't change it into past simple, into past perfect, into past continuous. We don't change will into would or anything. So this is just a fact. Sorry. Let's move on. I'm going to erase this one, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more. These are the main 3 facts, 3 rules that you need to know about no changes, but you need to know a little bit more. Actually, I have already told about them in the previous webinars about reported speech, but as this is webinar especially about no changes in reported speech, you have to know them. The rule is that the rule about grammar, this will be like number 4. Let's say we have some modal verbs which we don't change when we report because they have already no step backs. What kind of modals have no changes in reported speech? This is our could, might, should, ought to, and would. These modal verbs, when we report, like you should go to a doctor. She said that I should go to a doctor. No changes. I could help you yesterday. He said he could help me the day before. Yesterday I changed, but could I don't change. This is the first rule. The next one, well, actually the fourth one, I mean. These are our conditionals. Conditionals. We have present unreal conditional or future unreal conditional. This is second and third when we talk about past imaginary situation. These two conditionals have no changes. I can write you the example. I can read you the example and you will say it. For example, actually, I don't like this example. I will read you another one, better one, let's say. Okay. If I had time, I would do more activities. So when we report this conditional, we don't change anything. She said if she had more time, she would do more activities. We use our past simple in if part and would in the main part. No changes. The same about third conditional. If I had more time last year, I would have done more activities last year. So when we reported, we just changed last year. That's it. But third conditional is not changed. She said if she had had more time the year before, she would have done more activities. All right. And also, I would like you to pay attention to some phrases. These are our time. Oops, this is not time. Time and place phrases. As you know, according to our reported speech rules, we need to change time and place phrases, but sometimes we don't. For example, I tell you, let's meet here. Here is here. And I'm standing like in the office, and somebody reports this sentence in the same place. So in this case, it's quite illogical to say there because it's still here. So let's meet here. She said we should meet here because we are still in the same office, and the person who reports my phrase, he is still in the same office here. The same about the phrases like, for example, this week. This week I'm working a lot. This week will finish on Sunday. So when somebody reports my sentence, it's again illogical to change it into that week because it's not true. It is true. It is still true. It is still relevant information about this week. So she said that she is working a lot this week. On Sunday, well, actually on Monday, next Monday, you can change it into that week for sure. But when the information is still relevant, you shouldn't do that. Maybe also we have our words this and that. I would like also to tell you about them. I mean, in general, I like this book. And when we report somebody that I like this book, we say, She said that she likes, and if we are holding the same book in our hands, it's weird to say that book because you're holding it in your hands. So you have to say, she said that she likes, it's still relevant, it's still true. You can say this book because you're holding it in your hands. In this case, well, you have to use, you don't have to use any changes, and you keep the word this or that according to its meaning. Well, I guess I told you almost everything here, there. So, yeah, one more, the last one. There are some phrases that you need to know. There are not a lot of them, but you got to know them. That's had better, like I'd better go home. She said that she'd better go home, and would rather. Um, he said he would rather stay at home. So in this case, we don't need to use any changes. There's one more thing that I think it's quite important one. When we have with you the clause, clause of times, I hope you know what are time clauses. Time clauses. Time clauses, these are such parts of sentence in which we use as soon as, when, if, as long as, while, and others. When we report somebody's sentence, I will write you a sentence and you will see what I mean. For example, when I was swimming, sorry for my handwriting, but it is as it is. Some people say that the smarter you are, the worse handwriting you got. So I hope I got, I hope I am smart. Okay, so this is the direct speech. When I was swimming, well, sorry, when I was swimming, I got cramp. It's like when your muscles don't move properly. So when I was swimming, I got cramped. When you want to report this sentence, it's too complicated using past perfect continuous and past perfect actually. So in this case, maybe even it's better just to keep it as it is. She said that when she was swimming, she got a cramp. That's it. Because as you know, English has a very nice rule: the shorter, the better. So when you use past perfect continuous and then past perfect, you might even forget what she said already. So you can use just like past continuous and past simple. That sounds absolutely fine. Don't worry about that. Well, I said everything what I know. 9 rules about no changes in reported speech. Let's look at the time. We still have time to practice some sentences. Let's look at them. Please be careful. In some sentences, you need to make changes, and in some, you don't. So let's look at them, and I will make some comments and help you out. The sentences include not only statements, but also questions. The first one. Egypt has a very long recorded history, as you know, pyramids and so on. So what do you think? It's a fact? Can we change the tense here? Let's find out. No, we can't. She said Egypt has a very long recorded history. So we don't change present simple because it's a fact, it's true, and everybody knows this. The next one. Do you think Terence will join us for dinner tonight? John asked me. John asked me if I thought Terence would join us for dinner that night. We change everything because tonight is not tonight anymore. It's already yesterday or 3 weeks ago or anything. But the information is not irrelevant anymore. It's not about our future. It's already about our past. That's why we have to change everything. Pronouns, tenses, time phrases. Peter said the waiter had made a mistake with the bell. This is our past perfect, and as you know, past perfect has no step back, so we don't need to make any change here too. Peter said the waiter had made a mistake with the bill. Sorry, must be had. Or maybe I confused the answer with the sentence. So either you can say the waiter has made, and when we report it, we say the waiter had made. The next, he's planning to set up his own business trip next year. Gareth tells me. Tells is in present simple, so no changes because we don't need to make step back. Gareth tells me right now, maybe. He is planning to set up his own business next year. The next, would it be possible to extend my club membership? This is our modal verb would. And when we ask it, so she asked the manager if it would be possible. No changes, because would has no changes. I have no intention of lending Nick my car. She said that she has no intention, ever, never, not in the past, but never, ever. He's not a reliable person, so she will not lend him her car to him, and that's like a fact for her, and that's why we use present simple and no changes. The next one, what did the car dealer tell you? She asked me what the car dealer had told me. We have here just past perfect. We change it because, well, the information is not relevant anymore. We retell somebody's question. When I entered the house, there were footprints on the floor. She said when she entered the house, there were footprints on the floor. This is what I told you. This is the rule number 9, time clause. Time clause. This is when we have it gets too complicated if we use past perfect in both phrases. So it's better just to keep past simple. I'd rather. As you remember, this is the rule number 8. No changes with this construction. So she said that she'd rather not leave before Leo arrives. Number 10, my new computer has made a lot of difference to me. So she says in present simple, and that means that no changes the computer has made. Number 11, will be arriving. This is our future simple, but the station announcer has just said this is present perfect. Our reporting verb is used in present perfect, and that means no changes. So the train will be arriving. That's it. So let's sum up. I told you lots of rules about no changes in reported speech, but it doesn't mean that you never use the rules of reporting somebody's words. Sometimes you need to use and sometimes you need to change everything. But if the information is still relevant, if our reporting verb is still in present or in future form, if this information is a fact, if it's second conditional, modal verbs, or some phrases, then keep in mind that you don't need to make any changes. And actually, it makes your life easier. You just report what the person says without thinking how to say that and what to change. Thank you very much for your time. I hope the information was useful for you.